speak about.
Oh, Fort Collins, how are you? Are any of you literally Fort Collins? I am Fort Collins. We should make a public service announcement where we're just saying, I am Fort Collins. I am Fort Collins. I. And the public service announcement gets sexier and sexier. I'm Fort Collins. Hi.
I'm Fort Collins.
Whoa. Jesus Christ. Dennis, will you do a sexy voice and say, I am Fort Collins, please?
I'm Fort Collins.
So Brian here at FoCoMX headquarters is going to talk with Michael, see about what he's doing to, get things ready to go and stuff. So what is your kind of part in all this?
Doing some promotions, social media stuff. A lot of events planned, a lot of really exciting stuff coming up. We're doing a venue adventure, which is it's kind of a thing where we're out on first Friday. We did one last month. We're doing one this month, just out promoting, a big cluster of artists and fans and volunteers just kind of rampaging around the town.
Is this your first year being involved in volunteering?
Oh no, this is actually my third year. It seems crazy. Somebody passed me my cane, but yeah, third year.
So has your role in all this kind of evolved then in the 3 years?
I mean, a little bit. You kind of get plugged in and I guess get in where you fit in,
right.
and move around until you find your slot. And I've been just lucky enough to do a bunch of different stuff. Last 2 years I was coordinating the DJ lounge and kind of working with the electronic artists and kind of getting that part of the music scene plugged into the festival, which started small and was band and singer-songwriter oriented, and just kind of trying to synthesize like the whole experience. We got great DJs. This year we've got some performance artists, and just trying to get everything we can.
así hemos llegado a un final precipitado. Quiero besarte antes de irme y no, y no, y no, y no, y no, y no. ¡Rumba! ¡Échale, bebito!
So Brian again here at FoCoMX headquarters, talking to some volunteers. We got Andrew here now, just going to discuss kind of how he feels about the whole event. I know you actually involved in a lot of things around town already with Live at Lunch and some other things. What got you involved with FoCoMX?
I sort of got recruited to help. I guess I'm on the promotions committee on the Twitter task force. So
Okay.
we kind of divide things up between us and our specialties and focus on doing one thing really well, and that way nobody's carrying too much of the load and everyone's doing their own thing. And promotions, when you have hundreds and hundreds of bands at a festival, they do a pretty good job of getting the word out themselves. So we just try and put the tools in their hands and let them take over from there.
I heard there's like 600 plus new admissions and there's so much music out there. Like, is there anything you're really looking forward to? Do you even get a chance to see some of the music this year? Or
KRC is always involved in a lot of little unique ways. So whether we're sponsoring through Live at Lunch and doing promotion stuff that way, or during the festival going and asking people about their experience, getting them to fill out surveys, keeping them entertained while they're in the lines outside of venues, those sorts of things are what promotions committee does on the ground. And this year, hopefully we'll have a lot of media going up on Twitter and on Tumblr and on Facebook, and we've added SoundCloud this year, so it's a whole bunch of new tools in our toolbox.
then, so like with adding SoundCloud, that's an incredible one, because I'm trying to think, you guys just kind of throwing up bands here randomly, showing what's going to be showcased? Are you guys kind of...
Well, it's a great way for us to sort of get into social media in a more unique way than just in a Facebook feed or something like that, and then to sort of group all of the artists together in one place so that people who are trying to figure out, okay, what bands do I want to see? Is this a genre that I like? Is this something that's so basically you can do a little previewing online before you show up at the festival or try and plan your weekend.
Anything else that's kind of new this year? Sorry.
This year we came out with a Tumblr page, which is new, and we're really trying to encourage people to post their pictures from the festival so that we sort of have a roll of all of these things coming
Like a
out.
photo album.
Yeah, and it's interesting in a town the size of Fort Collins, so we're not San Francisco or New York where people are constantly plugged into their social media. We have a quality of life here that involves doing things in real life more, but it's nice to have, people are using Tumblr, so we want to be on Tumblr. It's as simple as that.
So is that something that we can hear on like KRFC too at all? Are we hearing promotions for it or anything? Are you able to do that with KRFC? I didn't know.
Yeah, Live at Lunch airs every Monday through Friday from noon to 1, and the Fort Collins Musicians Association is a name sponsor of that program, and we really go all out in the month, about a month and a half or 2 months before the festival. Basically, as soon as we announce the lineups, we announce the Live at Lunch lineup for those 2 months, and just try and pack in as many new and favorite FoCoMX artists.
Hear the wolves howl at the dawn. You played your shadows all night long.
Brian here with Northern Colorado Music and FC Pan. Just talking to Greta from FoCoMX. And leading up to FoCoMX, I mean, I'm sure you're really busy. Is that what you're kind of having a lot to do with right now? Do you got a lot of other things going on?
Most of my day is consumed by FoCoMX at the moment, but that's only because we're 3 weeks out from the festival. So, but I will say we've learned so many lessons in years past that this has been the smoothest it's ran. And I should probably knock on wood when I say that, but It's been nice.
Except you're sitting on metal.
No. Oh. So.
Was this compared to the last few years? It seems to double every year, but yet it's getting smoother. Is that like you guys just getting it down more on how to run this, how to be organized, how to do things?
Yeah, I was actually talking to Kevin, who is my co-partner in like crime here, I guess. But anyway, we've been a part of it since year one, and we were both talking about how smooth this year's going, and I do think it has a lot to do with because we've made those mistakes in the past, or like. It is called FoCoMX, but it stands for the music experiment. And so we're definitely not afraid to try new things. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. This year, the new gallery, we wanted to make it, because it is a smaller capacity place. I think they max out at like 60 people or something. But because FoCoMX has so many people out, we were trying to put some things on there that would make sense at a venue with such a smaller capacity. So this year we went for experimental and noise bands and a lot of like visual art and I don't know, I guess like you said, performance art.
Over the last 4 years, being one of the original people to come up with this idea and get it all going, like, has your stress level gone up or gone down?
Well, like I was saying earlier, this year it definitely has gone down a lot. Part of that, is the volunteers. We have a booking committee. The first 2 years, we didn't have a committee. I just booked it myself, and that got to be a lot. But, the last 2 years, we've had a really awesome committee. We all come from different parts of the music scene, so we're able to give, a different side of it, a different take, and everybody respects each other's opinions, so it makes it nice. This year, on the booking committee side, the one thing I can say is that we had 628 new band submissions, in addition to the bands that played last year, and we did listen to every single one of those, but it took us a few months.
When did you guys start taking submissions this year?
We started taking them in December, and then when we realized we were getting so many in, then we started a form stack. Yeah, just because there were so many coming, and we're like, wow, like, how are we going to organize all of this?
And is that bands from just all across Colorado, or even outside Wyoming? Is it like just all around this area?
Well, the 628 number I give you is like northern Colorado, so Fort Collins, Loveland, Greeley. We separated it out in the form stack that actually allowed us to do that. But we probably got over 1,000 submissions. Like people from across the country submitted this year, which was cool to see that. But the one thing we want to maintain is that this is a celebration of northern Colorado music and showcasing what we have right here in Utah.
Do you think this year could be a cap year? Like this is kind of as big as you can go?
Well, every year, if you talk to our board, especially Dennis, if you're listening or watching this, like, they're like, okay, Greta, like this is as many as we're going to do. It definitely comes from a different mindset that if we have the support there and we have the venues and we have the musicians, we should go with it. But I am more aware that maybe we should not always go with it because we can't get it too big. People think this year is huge because it's over 30 venues and it's over 300 bands. But I will let you know no secret. Last year we had 34 venues and this year we have 39. So it's not grown a ton of venues. Yeah. And last year we ended up with 288 bands playing, and this year we have 321 right now.
Oh, wow. So I thought it doubled, but it really didn't double.
It didn't. People think it did because last year we were going to try to cap it at 200 bands and 20 venues. But I got somebody let me off my leash, I guess.
It's called The Way. Today, the way you look at me, the smile on your face reminds me to never look away. It's the way you look at me, feeling me tonight. Tiffany lay in the hospital after fighting off the men. She broke 14 bones and 1 million hearts that night. It was a hard time to see the damage from the fire, but before the water line, they looked up to her and said, "Mama, Dad, I love you." you today. The way you look at me, smile on your face reminds me it's real. Never turn away, it's the way you look at me. Feel me too. Now see me and talking. Every day we spend on the phone. No one knows we're gonna make it. Our bodies lying down wrong. This I'm saying you. You've been listening to me. Find the strength inside the space. Here we go. It's not over. It's never over tonight. It's not over. We can't begin to stop like outside. Look up on me, your eyes so big. Your skin so soft, your lips so sweet. Want to run the lovers when you can't be yourself. See you today, the way you look at me, smile on your face reminds me it's real. Never look away, it's the way you look at me. Feel me tonight, tonight. Seeing you today, the way you look at me, smile on your face reminds me it's real. Never turn away, it's the way you look at me. Feel me tonight.
So Brian back here at FoCoMX headquarters, going to talk with Kevin about some more things going on for FoCoMX. So Kevin, so what kind of is your role here with everything?
Well, I'm one of the co-founders of FoCoMA, the organization that runs it, and I'm more of our tech guy. I organize all of our information and I do the website and basically try and keep track of everything so that we stay somewhat organized.
Is there specific things like Kevin was talking about, mentioning, sponsors and stuff? Is that something you kind of deal with?
Rick and Lindsay are our volunteer leads for the sponsorship committee, and they've been doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And the support we've got from our sponsors is absolutely amazing. We've had a lot of sponsors that have come back year after year.
What got you wanting to be a part of all this? Are you a local musician yourself? Or
I used to be. Basically, I lived with some other friends that had a band that was actually a lot better than my band was. And so they asked me to manage them, and so I did that for about 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And during that time was when Greta actually asked me to come to this meeting at Hodie's. It was awesome. Just the whole idea of kind of bringing together the music scene up here, getting the musicians talking to each other and learning from each other, and just supporting each other. That's what really sparked my interest. We built it from there, and started with musicians education workshops, and then it led to peer awards, which led to FoCoMX, and now FoCoMX is definitely our big public-facing event.
Right.
But there's a lot of more background stuff that we like to do with actually just supporting musicians directly.
And it can always be a competition, and here we're really trying not to make it that way. And I like that you guys are doing that. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's really amazing about this scene is that the bands really do support each other. And I mean, from a business standpoint, they could see themselves as competitors, or they could see themselves as partners working together to make a really vibrant music scene. And that's really what we're trying to foster with FoCoMX and Peer Awards is just bringing together the music scene and having, we bill it as a weekend celebrating the Northern Colorado music scene, and that's really what it is.
Cool.